Hello. Second to last video. Tomorrow is my birthday. Gonna be a pretty typical day. I'm not gonna lie. But I have Doc, and maybe a couple of other friends. We're gonna get some lunch together and just have a good time on the roof of the hospitality, which I've been wanting to do for this entire series, but scheduling doesn't work. But tomorrow it does work, and I'm gonna be spending it with the people I adore so much. So still have to plan out who's coming, what we're gonna order for lunch, and just how the vibe's gonna be, and how the video's gonna be too. I don't know if I'm gonna be filming that, or if I am, what we're even gonna do. But we'll see. I think it's gonna be a good time. So if I'm being honest with you, I don't really know how this video is gonna go. I was looking through the list of topics I have yet to cover in a video, and there's still a handful left, so we're not gonna get to those individually this year round. But I was listening to myself, and I don't know. I just wanted to tell you about my day and have a conversation with future Lauren right now, because we've been through a lot, and I've explained a lot of messages and a lot of adventures over the course of the series, and I think it's good to have a check-in as our final thing, because it's not often where you get this sort of stuff of people wanting to know how you truly feel, and how you're doing, physically, mentally, emotionally, and not the not the version that they want to hear, that you're doing good. So if you don't have anyone in your life right now, I will be that person. You can rely on me, Lauren. But I just wanted to ask how you're doing. I don't know what stage of life you're in right now. It could be not too long after turning 19. It could be a few years. It could be a year. It could be well into the future. You might have forgotten these existed, and you just stumble upon them again, just for fun, or maybe you're gonna make another video and have another project idea in mind. But yeah, how are we doing? Are we thriving? Are we thriving and striving? Are we in the depths of depression and really not wanting to continue anymore? Are you going through something really difficult, something new I haven't gone through yet? And is it helping you grow? Is it teaching you things about yourself that I don't know yet? New things that we wouldn't have imagined? Are we with the same people we love now? Or have we found new people? and entered a new phase, a new chapter of social life. Are we still doing the things we love, like drawing and making videos and spending time with friends and watching TV shows and movies, loving art, spending time, with loved ones, friends, family? Or have we added new things to our repertoire of skills? Bunch of hobbies, learn a new language, or picked up an instrument, or, I guess try rock climbing. A lot of people have been into that, and I don't know. It looks fun. Looks like a lot of back strength and general upper body strength needed, though, and I don't think I'm there yet. But if we tried it out, or anything else of that nature, biking or hiking or anything outside of, I guess, gym. Are we still doing gym even? I hope you're staying physically, active, getting that exercise in. It's good for you. It just helps you, besides getting confidence and seeing your muscles, it also just helps you feel way better in your body and going about the day, because you're getting all that stress out, and you're also, making sure your body, your machine is well oiled up and working properly. Have we found anyone new yet, or are we still stuck in the same person? Gotta let me know. Or, anything related to, sexuality or gender. Because right now, we're a bit envy. Yeah. Have we stayed like that? Or have we explored further into that territory? I'd like to know. Have you gotten that degree yet? College? Have you, did you complete that computer science track? Or are we branching out into different industries? Hell, is your job even related to, the degree at all? Because right now, I don't really know what I want to do. Like, I have avenues, and I want to try them out. Being a game designer, being, a web dev for the more CS side, being an artist, being an indie artist, and just, maybe making an Etsy shop and just selling my own things. Combination of everything. Something outside of all that. I don't know. It's hard to answer that question of what do you want to be when you grow up, because I still don't know. Like, I'll have an answer ready, something that sounds professional, but if we're being honest, I don't know. I don't like sticking myself in a box of, this is what I definitely want to do when I grow up. I've never been the type to have a single passion. Like, there are strong ones that have been consistent throughout my life, like art and anything creative, or just being, a chud, being a little lazy, and just enjoying analyzing media and seeing how it applies to my life, as well as philosophy in general. You could do something with that. A lot of things that I find super enjoyable, people have somehow turned into a job, so. But you don't have to make it a job if you don't want to. As long as it's still bringing you pleasure, you can definitely do it for fun and find fulfillment in that. And honestly, yeah, that's what keeps me going anyways. Like, you'll always have your professional and your academic life, to kind of get you through this world that asks for work, asks for you to contribute something to society. But what I live for now is just enjoying my life and finding as much fulfillment and experience in it as possible. So even if it doesn't seem, productive or anything on the surface, if it's making me happy, then I mean, nothing else I can really ask for, to be honest. I want to be happy. I'm pretty happy now, with how my life is going, with the people I've met, with, my pursuits, my hobbies, my goals, my family, all that sort of stuff. But I know that it can even be better in the future. We just haven't discovered it yet right now. But if there's anything cool you'd like to note down, drop me a comment. That's the only way I can really know. But yeah. So I hope you don't worry too much about, work or anything. Like, it's important, and it's valid to be stressed out about those things, but I hope you remember that's not the main goal of your life. I think you should pursue happiness and love, and, all those nice things. Living a life that you would be proud to have lived, especially on your deathbed. Like, I don't want to feel like I've missed out on something because I've spent so much time working and grinding, because that's not something I'm gonna be particularly, happy looking back upon when all this is said and done. I want to be able to know that I did the things I wanted to do. I made the art I wanted to do, or I made the art I wanted to make. So these videos are already good, a good testament of that. My sketchbooks, my journals, my couple of my covers and songs I made, and either on here or through voicemail. I satisfied knowing I spent as much time as I could with the people I love. I hope you're still doing that. And that one day we can be unapologetically ourselves. Learn to, anyways. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I like to be able to be myself so much that I can't be anyone else. Like, I physically can't. And that I don't feel so, uncomfortable being in my own skin, and that I can live, my truth and find the people that, love me and accept me and appreciate me so much because of it. Have you asked how Andrew's been? How Doc's been? How Katie's been? How your friends, Ariane, Matthew, another person, Caitlin, just everyone, how they've been doing. If you still keep in touch, if you've even reached out to some older friends. I know I've been wanting to for a while, but it's not in the cards right now. That's okay. I have other things to focus on. You know? Have we become good at cooking? That's one of my goals. I kind of want to do, be a good cook. I've always been watching the cooking videos and tutorials on my YouTube. Even like as a kid, I would just watch, people play with toys, but it's like they're cooking something, like it's a toy kitchen set or miniature foods. I've always been so intrigued by it, and then I love eating too. So hopefully we've done something about that to start our journey. Make some bomb ass food. If there's anyone new I should know about, let me know. If I remember to, I like to have that mindset of there are people out there that they're not strangers, they're just friends you haven't met yet. It keeps things optimistic, and it's not true all the time, but if you can go out there, and even with all the bad going on in the world right now, so much of it, there are good people out there. You just have to find them. So I hope you haven't lost hope yet. It's a rough time, especially in this era, but I hope you keep that sense of hope that things will get better, even if it's incredibly difficult to, with all the proof and events showing that you shouldn't believe in good anymore. If you don't have it in yourself right now, I like to be that little sliver of hope that things will be okay in the end, And if it's not okay, it's not the end yet. I found that on Pinterest. It's kind of good. It's kind of good little saying to have. And I hope you keep me alive in you, your inner child, and all the past versions of you that have helped you become the person you are in this very moment, with flaws and all. And you're keeping your inner child, nurtured, doing the things you love, and having fun, being whimsical. Take care of them, will ya? They keep you alive as well. And if you haven't heard it from anyone today, know that I'm so proud of you. I know it's something you're always wishing to hear, whether you admit to it or not. You just want people to be proud of the person you are and you become, and just have pride in knowing you and being close to you. I know that's what you want. um, but I like to remind you that it first comes from within, from yourself. You gotta be proud of yourself first. And then once people start coming in, then that'll be on top, right? But as long as you are proud of yourself, you'll always have someone who's proud of you. Even if no one externally is, you will have yourself who is proud of you and who believes in you in whatever potential you have and what you have the ability to do. I am that someone. You are that someone. So, yeah. I'm proud of you for sticking it through in this, whole life thing. It's really tough, and a lot of people don't make it to this level. So, the fact that you're still going is a testament of your perseverance and your willingness to just experience life and share that joy with other people. That's pretty darn cool. And it, even if you only just got out of bed today, I'm proud of you for that too, because some days are so heavy, so tough, and just getting up and out there, it's a silent strength. I know I'm a little sentimental. Like, even though I'm speaking to future me, it's also a bit of my hopes of what could possibly happen. Because I don't know. Things change. Things will definitely change from where I am right now. And that's okay. It's part of it. It's part of the process. But yeah, I look up to you. I hope, we're still at it. Even now, like, just to myself right now, I'm proud of myself for this whole year. It's been so much. I've been through a lot more in this single year than, some years I've had growing up. And I've struggled, but I've learned to overcome them, and I've learned to try to love myself more for it. So, it is not for the weak to be able to keep going like this, to be consistent in showing up every day, because that's half the battle. If you can show up, you're already halfway there. Everything else will fall through from there. Like, you just have to be there. So, the fact that I'm here right now, like, dang, look at me. I'm so cool. Yeah. Also, physique. I know it's like, you definitely can't see it right now with the puffy jacket and all that. But, I think I'm in my best, physical, shape. As of right now. Maybe because of gym. Being consistent with gym. It's pretty cool. It gives me confidence. I guess enough about future stuff. Whatever you'd like to tell me, let me know. We can keep it as a little, I guess, forum of a sorts. Just to check in, see how things are, and different points in my life. Yeah. As of my day right now, or my day today, it was alright. It was pretty good near the end. 'Cause I tried following Doc's advice of getting the most mentally strenuous activities done first thing in the morning. I tried. I tried to wake up at 7:30, but I went straight back to sleep. I can't. I'm no early bird anymore, so gonna be sticking with night owl and suffering the consequences of lack in sleep. But hope you're getting your sleep though. Sleep is incredibly important. It's something I so easily give up when I find there's something else that needs to take priority. Like I need to work on something more, then sleep is usually what I forsake. But getting a full night's rest and being consistent about it, it just really sets that foundation. It makes you more you, easier to control your emotions and not feel irritated all the time, and yeah, keeps a positive outlook and just produces better results in general, socially, academically, career-wise, professionally, creatively, spiritually, So get that sleep. College is gonna be a time where maybe I won't get as much as I should, but we'll work with what we have. But yeah. Sorry I'm yawning a lot. It's kind of late. A long day. But work was alright. Classes was it was alright. Classes were a little on the confusing, boring side, which is, it's pretty good. Like, if that's the worst it gets, it's pretty good. But, we're just kind of getting through whatever final material we have to do before study week and then finals. Hopefully that turns out well. Work was kind of stressful. Like, I wasn't overwhelmed or anything, but I had to deal with a group who was working on the headsets, which is fine, right? And then printing. We weren't trained on this. I knew it was gonna come up, but we were never formally trained on it, so I didn't know how to take care of some stuff. I asked for help, and it worked out. So, good job, Lauren, for asking for help. Got kudos from the boss as well for that. But it's like, I don't know. I like being prepared for things. I don't really like feeling competent, which is a little thing I carry day to day. Something I'm still trying to improve upon. But, I want to be able to be someone people can rely on, that knows what to do when situations call for it. I don't want to ever be like, a hindrance or anything. But I'm trying to be more understanding of myself, of I'm still learning, and that's why there are other people out there, so you can ask them, ask for help, as well as, just being alive is already a huge, you know, blessing to the people in your life. Um, they might not tell you all the time, but some people need you. Like, they can't imagine a life without you. And this is not me being like, arrogant or just full of myself or anything. Like, there are people who love you so much and that they can't live without you. I have those people in my life too, like my friends, my family. I don't know what I'm gonna do once they're gone. They're so appreciated by me, and I want you to know, Lauren, that there are people who feel that way about you too. All right. But yeah, I took care of it like a boss. I was super drained afterwards, though. So I need to talk with Jimmy. I need to talk with Jimmy sometime. I've been meaning to. This semester just has not been it. But he wrote on my little practice sheet or worksheet, because we were learning BFS, breadth first search, and I drew a bunch of bread because that's how I like to kind of see it, as breadth and bread. And he made little comments. It's been so long since I've seen his little red, comments on my worksheets. But he would say like baguette for search and bagel for search. And it's like, he's so cool. He's playing along with my little games. I'd love to be able to know him more. He's that guy. But yeah, I'm kind of sad. It'll be my class time with him is coming to a close, but it'll be okay. I'm gonna make him an Omega Man, a little art piece, as a thank you and as a parting gift for this semester. We'll have to work on that, I guess I'll have time to once once the series is done, so more time to put into art and all that. Had fun with Doc. We did lock in office hours, guys, trust. The few times we do. I also had a really good lunch. It was fried rice and tofu. Ugh, it was so good. I was so hungry, and I'm hungry now, so I'm gonna eat a bunch. Uncle is getting Chinese food, so I'll be gobbling that up once I get home. Here are the little. I'll mention it at the end if I remember. Actually, no, I'll mention them now because I'm not gonna remember. But even though I've went through like the day's tasks so far, they've been little gold nuggets, I guess you can say, have been making my day overall good and just great to be living. For one, I was in class and I was gonna use my camera to take a picture of the notes, and I see a text from Doc, and it's a longer one, and I'm like, I'm so excited. Usually, I'm always excited to see what he has to say. And he took an art class at like 7 a.m. today. And it was so cool. It was my first time, like, him sharing his art with me. And It was so, like, the line art was, and that's not even his, like, actual line art. He thinks it's a sketch. For me, that would be like line art. But I'm just so happy he kind of knows me as the art kid, and we are bonding over that, because that is one of the first things we've ever bond over. So just, we were talking about, you know, how that was going and different aspects of art. It was so nice. So nice. And then I was checking a comment from yesterday's video about perfectionism. First of all, I don't even expect comments, so just the fact that I got one was already making me a little giddy. But I read through it, and it was a personal one from this viewer about how they've struggled with perfectionism in their life as well, you know, in school and work, and, you know, how it's affected them, just like how it's affected me, and that they're planning on doing something hard over the summer and just sticking to it without worrying about perfectionism, without even worrying if it's good or bad, because as long as you do it, that's already an accomplishment. And I was so touched by that comment, because I never, you know, again, these videos are for me first and foremost, but the people that I do reach and I do have that effect upon, just hearing it, hearing them share their story too, it makes a lot of this so much more worth it, right? I'm connecting with people who are facing their own challenges and their own experiences in life, and we're connecting over something I'm sharing about my own life. And I think that's beautiful. Human connection. We may never meet IRL, but even if it's just a moment of me sharing something that resonated with you, I'm so glad I was able to do so, even if it's just a little bit. I think that's one thing I want to do when I grow up. I want to be able to help people. That's something that's never changed, to be honest. Even when I was little and I wanted to be a doctor or something, it was because I wanted to help people. I want to be able to share that human experience and to let people know that they're not alone, that someone has been there and gone through it with you, and that they understand, and that somehow they made it out okay, and that inspires someone else to believe that they can make it out okay as well. That's a big reason why I'm so into this art stuff. Besides, like, the actual craft and process of it, like, it's taught me a lot of things. But it's also that it's just a medium of it, the way people tell stories through it, and, you know, connect with me through it. Like, I've been saved so many times because of, you know, art, whether it be creating myself or seeing it through films or shows or pieces on Instagram or music or writing. Like, they've all impacted my life in a way, the more material things can't. Like, it takes a human to touch my soul. So I guess that's a little hint if you don't know what to do. I've always been the type that I want to share that with other people and lift others up. I don't know how, or what path that could lead to, but hopefully it can be a north star of how you choose where to go. Yeah, what was I blabbering on about? So yeah. Thank you for that comment, that viewer. I appreciate it. It made my day. And I'm wishing you the best in your journey in battling that perfectionism. I also met someone. It's from a class I sit in, from Doc's grad class. Because we were just waiting for the senior design people to finish up practicing. And one of the girls we were waiting with, I started talking to her. She complimented my Mickey Mouse quarter zip. And, I was just chatting. And she is also a CS art person. Like, she wants to do stuff combining the two, and I'm like, oh my gosh, literally me. She is doing stuff that I'm trying to explore as well. So I asked her about it. She gave me some pointers, like number one thing being just start now. Like, don't wait for anyone to tell you to do so, or like that tell you to just that are holding you back from doing what you want, including yourself. Like, even if you don't feel ready, just go after it, man. If that's what you want to do, go after it. And also just, I guess, networking and, the possible careers you could take with art and CS. Like, creating scripts that make creating art easier. More efficient. Not AI, by the way. Just things that optimize the process, make things more streamlined. You know what I mean? So, what's her name? Nas? Shout out to you. You're so cool. You're literally so cool. Anyone who does, RNCS, they're so cool. Doc also gave her the infamous philosophy problem, the blue eyes. Everyone struggles with it. It's a tough one. I like it when he demonstrates it for other people though, because I get involved in like the demonstration, and he's always so intentional in using either my name or they them for my pronouns, and it's just like the effort. I love it. I feel so seen and appreciated. So thank you, Doc. Anyway, so just big bug, but we also yapped for a couple hours. Yeah, as you may know, we didn't mean to, but we just kept, we're both yappers, so we're constantly going through that rabbit hole of topics to talk about. And, we talked about art, we talked about classes. It's crawling towards me. We talked about just some life stuff. And critical thinking is important. He's still not a fan of Big Dairy at all. We were kind of having a little play argument on that one, and my cheeks were hurting from smiling so much and laughing so much. It was so fun. About osmosising, like a bunch of different information from different fields and applying it to just wherever. That's pretty cool. Big one is this is something that he heard, growing up somewhere. But he heard this. It was like, be wary of people who tell you that they have new truths, right? New truths, like, the truth is the truth, or it should be the original truth. There's no new truth. Like, you're either adding or, taking away something, or meddling with it in a way that it's not the truth anymore. You're putting your own biases and perspective and all that into it. So the people who say they have new truths that are, better truths or whatever, like, be careful about that one. Make sure if you generally think that they might be onto something, do, be really well researched and informed about said topic before you make any, conclusions and opinions about it. He was the one that suggested the lunch thing. I wasn't planning on doing anything much besides, like, typical work, school, gym, and then last meeting for software engineering club tomorrow. That was kind of just my day. But he wanted to celebrate it a little bit by planning the roof stuff and having me invite some friends if they can make it, and just having lunch together. It's one of the reasons why I appreciate him so much. It feels like he genuinely cares, and it means a lot. But yeah, I got some coding homework I have to do, and some 219 stuff. 302 should be a priority though, because I don't want to tank my grade anymore in that class. But yeah, 18's been a fun run. It had its really high peaks and really low valleys, but I wouldn't change a thing about it. No. I'm grateful I got to be 18-year-old me and live through the experiences, becoming 18 has given me. I hope you are well. I'm always rooting for you. And, take care of yourself. Take care of me, will ya? Yeah. I hope to see you again someday soon. And hear how life's been going. But for now, this is it. And good job on making it through You got one more day. The big old, big 1-9. The big 1-9 on the big 2-9. You know what I mean? But yeah. Keep going at it. And love you so much. I will see you. Take care. I'm gonna miss doing these. Like, even though it's been such a grind, I was telling the truth when I say, I look forward to these things and just letting my thoughts out there, making videos. So, well, till next time.